Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please, if you're in this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment. And please always come back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate your big support to this platform. In today's video, we are actually going to have very interesting discussion. Please watch the video and don't forget to leave a notification bell so that you don't actually miss out on some of these videos that will be coming out, directly from this platform. In our discussion today, I want to have a conversation towards this guy who is actually calling himself, you know, a savior in the village, and yet he has actually failed to transform his own extended family, and now he's trying to poke his nose onto affairs of the home of the travel commando. He has raised a lot of issues, including wanting to destroy the wall of the travel commando, and he's also saying that the home of the travel commando is actually too high, that the flat of the travel commando is actually too high. So in his thinking, it should be brought down. Probably that is what he's having in his mind. Very evil person. And we shall be in position to have that conversation in our discussion today. And also the issues of, sand, in the river that he has also been positioned to raise. We are going to have that also in our discussion today. Jealousness is actually driving this young man very crazy, very crazy, and you see he's proving himself to be a serious fool. So please watch the video from the beginning up the end so that you don't actually miss out on more of these interesting stories that will be coming directly to your screen. Please, if you're in this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment, and please always come back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate your big support to this platform. I still have some little cough that is disturbing, but I have my lemon here that I'm trying to take to clear my throat, Yes. So let's start this video. In life, when you have a plan and you share that plan with your maybe friends or family, you might end up failing. So if the traffic commander had shared the thoughts that he had in his mind when he was starting to construct the villa, I can assure you he would have not reached where he has reached. And now also, individuals in this community who are now trying to threaten the travel commando. Where were they when the travel commando was building his home? Where were they? And now, a useless man with no brain is coming out that where the travel commando has constructed his house or his home, the villa, people, their boys, when they're bathing at the river, somebody at the villa can actually watch somebody who is bathing. He also tried making an allegation that actually the wall fence is having cameras throughout. You cannot destroy what you have not contributed and you have not built. That is the truth. Now I've started seeing actually how this fool reasons. And you see, we need to be very keen with this individual that we are actually dealing with. There are people who are financing him to try to fight the travel commando. Himself, he said it. That thank you, my good people, for supporting me. If it was not because of you, this fight is so big. You know, that it is so big, if he is alone, he cannot be in position to make it. This is what we have been talking about for quite some good time now. That actually the outsiders are helping these individuals to destroy their own. And this fool who claim that is so much educated cannot actually see it. He cannot. He cannot. He is only having hunger and bitterness, jealousness that has covers his eyes. He cannot see beyond where he is stepping. You know? What he only has in his mind is that, how can I pull the travel commando down? That is what he's having in his eyes. His eyes are just full of greed. You know? That what man has taken up will always come down. But when God have taken, what God has taken up will never come down. So you want to tell us that you are the one now, you are the man who was able to raise the travel commando to the level that he has been in position to reach, the village savior. You stop fooling yourself, looking for fights that you may not handle. And when the ball turns onto your court, you are going to start making noise, running kitty-taka. Yet right now, you are looking for problems. Let me tell you, you will start it jokingly, but it might reach a point where even somebody will end up losing life. You are playing with the fire. You are playing with fire. You know, you are playing with fire. And I think that is what you want. If you are so jealous with the home of the trafficker, why don't you go and build yours? Go and build your own home. You're a very, very stupid idiot. You know? Is that talking about somebody's wall fence? If that river was passing at your own home, you would even be blocking cows not to go and drink water from there. If just a road where people pass, tippers pass, your anchor is blocking. What about a river? Because, you know, there are really some individuals who are nagging. When you look at him, when he's talking, he feels like he's talking sense. You are starting a fight that you may not be in position to handle. That one, I want to give you free advice. Don't you try to play around with what somebody have been in position to build for 7 years, 8 years, 10 years. Then you come out from nowhere that you want to pull it down. The travel commando you are playing around with, you are provoking him. You are provoking him, and you continue provoking, you might end up getting what you want. Let's say I made a video, I was saying, this individual, his speed is becoming too high, we need to cool him down. Very soon, you lose appetite. You know, you lose appetite. Very, very nagging individual. You are being deceived by little dollars to fight your own in the village. Okay, you continue. The God that you are praising, there is no God that will support stupidity. There is no God. And what the travel commando is doing in this community, if God was not in it, he would not be doing all the things in that village. And he would have not been blessed. You cannot tell us that God does not have a hand in making the travel commando reach where he has reached. Now you are the only one who knows God, and God is now helping you to fight what he has been in position to build and raise from the ground, from nothing to something. You are now the only person who have the God. The travel commando does not have. Now you are the one who has. Do not hide yourself into religion. Sitting down and praising God will not bring money on your hands. You stop deceiving yourself. You cannot sit in one place and you are saying you are praising to God. You don't want to work, and the only thing you only do is to lament and calling people all sorts of names, and you think money is going to come to your hands. Leave your comfort zone. Go and work and look for money. You know? Go and work and look for money. Instead of you trying to castigate, throwing a lot of stones towards somebody who have actually worked so hard in his life. And now you come out and say, those riches, it is not from God, it is from man. My friend, you sit in the house and keep praying to God. Money will come from heaven. Because you are actually so stupid. Even in the Bible, they encourage people to work. Use your sweat to get something to eat. So for you who want to pray, sit in the house and you praise, deceiving people that you got a call from God to give you a go ahead with your stupidity. You will fail. And we shall ask you questions. We shall ask you. You guys are provoking the travel commando even when he has tried to be low to the lowest level. You are looking at him like he's a fool. You are looking at him like he's useless. Now you can imagine this so-called the savior is the one now calling himself that is the most important person in this community. The travel commando is useless, and for him is the best. You know, he wants to secure the river where the boys in the village can go and bathe. He wants to break the wall fence of the travel commando because that one is blocking the boys from the village to go and bathe. The travel commando has put the cameras, you know, in his compound, and all that is recording people who want to go and bathe in the river. Madness of the highest. I've never seen a stupid man like this. Who reason? A man who have gone to the university, who is reasoning like a villager who have never even stepped class. So you want to try to tell us that the travel commando should remove these cameras so that you guys, you can go and steal his home. That is exactly what this guy want to tell us. He wants the travel commando to remove these cameras so that they can freely access his home. They go and steal whatever things they want to steal freely without being recorded. These cameras are actually now a burden to these individuals. You know, even when I look at this guy's face, it's not normal. The man looks annoyed even when he's not annoyed. Then you're like, but how comes your face, you're always looking gloomy every time? You know? So at what time do you smile? At what time? At what time do really your face relax? Like a normal human being. You know, like a normal, in a normal day. You know? The guy, his face is ever like he has eaten bomb. Like, you know, I'm like, now, these are the guys who like cornering. By the time you are going to realize, somebody is going to come out and accuse him that he has actually conned money. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. We shall be shocked with what this guy is capable of doing. You know? very funny, really I pity somebody. The travel commando is busy moving in the streets of Nairobi, and his family. They're moving around here and there. This fool in the village is very busy that he is moving from office to office, that collecting, signatures, collecting what? Because he wants to go and put the wall fence of the travel commando down. He wants to put his house down. He wants to finish the travel commando. That I will put you down to zero. My friend, if I was the one, the day that wall fence goes down, I go down with you. Yes. If I was the one, the day my wall fence go down, I go down with you. That is it. That is when you will understand. You see, where the law becomes tough, be tough to a real person who is causing the problem. You have failed to build for yourself. You have failed. Is the travel commando building in your land? That land where he is building is actually land that he has bought from you guys. So what's your problem? You go and look for sand in your own territory. That territory is for the travel commando. My wall fence goes down, I will go down with you. You stop provoking people. That you are the one who knows how to do what. You see, sometimes when proper understanding fails, use the normal understanding of Africa. My friend, my wall fence go down, I go down with you. So that this guy need to be taught a lesson. Stop provoking people. Who are you? Who are you? And if you start this kind of behavior, we are going to start spreading, actually, information that will even make your life very hard in Nairobi. I'm assuring you. Yes. We are going to start spreading information that will make your life very, very terrible in Nairobi. Yes. So everywhere you move, people are like, what is this? You're a fool. You contributed nothing, completely nothing for the travel command. I know that's what you're coming out that you want to destroy. Me, you provoke me, my wolf and goes down. Maybe this guy does not understand what is called life. Something that I've worked so hard for 10 years. You want to bring it in 2 days. My friend, you'll not like it. I go down with you. We shall fight in that swamp. We shall fight. Really physical fighting. My friend, don't joke around. And I think that is what you're trying to look for from the travel command. Let's first of all watch this guy, this stupid guy. And then when we come back, we shall continue with this video.
Our boys are not swimming there. You cannot swim when a wall is just there. And there is a very big stone building. Who is watching your nakedness? You don't know. The CCTV, I don't know, but I did not see any CCTV, guys, but I'm telling you, one of these good days, I'll show you. I will show you. Whoever Maro arises is the one who will bring him down. That's why I tell you, when a human being takes you up, he will bring you down. Let God rise you. Let God put you on his shoulder, guys, painfully, crying. That's what you got to know. It was a success. The meeting was a success. I said, God, it's a success. Yes. After that, you find it's false. You'll be accused. I said, no, because what I'm doing is true. It's true. So here with me are the letters have been signed very well from authorities, from the lawyer also, because I cannot do something that is not in the constitution. I don't want to fight a losing battle. I don't want to fight. And if I see I'm fighting a losing battle, I just leave the case there and run and leave it at that.
You know, sometimes when I listen to this fool, I even just laugh. That he is fighting the travel commando. He wants his wall fence down because their boys in the village can no longer bathe in the river. That is what he's thinking of. Our people are no longer bathing in the river. You cannot bathe in the river when there is a wall fence. You know? I thought even that wall fence can cover up people to bathe there. You know? For him, he wants people to go. If you are to bathe, let it be an open. You know, sometimes people go to school just to probably see the blackboard and they leave. You know? So are you the one who raised the travel commando to where the travel commando reached? You are just admiring this man with greed. You know? You are greedy. But because you are failing to get something from him, you are now resorting to open your mouth. Because he has stopped educating your children. How comes that when he was educating those children of yours, you know, your brothers, your cousin, your everyone, you are not making noise? Now that he has stopped educating your relatives, you are coming out now that you know you want to pull his wall fence down, you want to put his story building down, because people who are standing there now can look, you know, at the people who are bathing. Is that land belongs to your father? You know, that land there, it belongs to your father. That a river, a government river. Are you okay in your head? You know? Okay, if you want that wall fence to go down, you pay. Pay for the wall fence. And let us see, if even building a similar house has defeated you, you are even riding a borrowed motorcycle. You cannot afford a motorcycle. And you are making, you see, dealing with the people who are stupid, but they think they're bright. It's a problem. You know? It's a very, very big problem. For him, meanwhile, the travel commando is thinking of developmental issues. For him, this fool is actually thinking how his boys, his brothers are no longer bathing in the river. You know, sometimes, by dealing with a fool is hard. Now, you guys, now you can see the challenge the travel commando is facing in this village. The kind of people he's dealing with. He's trying to pull them to go forward. They are pulling him behind. You know? You can now see, it's now in the open. You know? It is now. So what is actually paining this man is that his brothers are no longer bathing in the river. That is what is hurting him too much. Too much. That his brothers are no longer bathing in the river. And even if you are to go and bathe there, the house of the travel commando is too huge up. Somebody can see you when you are bathing. Now you look at this type of reasoning, really. You know? Look at this type of thinking. And this is a person who is claiming that is actually very much educated. So you are educated, but you lack exposure. You lack exposure. You would also be thinking of putting the same kind of structure, probably like the travel command, or even better, so that the village can develop, the village can move forward. Your brothers have been getting employment in these homes. You don't see that. For you, how many jobs have you created? But the only thing he knows is to come out and say, you know, actually, I've moved in these offices. I have collected a lot of papers. And in case I see that I'm failing, I will just leave this case and I take off. So why do you want to take off? Because if you are starting something, you finish it. You finish it. You see, right now you're deceiving yourself that you have a very big support. You know, you have a very big support from the so-called the donors who are actually financing you to try to suppress the travel commando down. You are proving yourself that you are so powerful. You are actually the best of the best in a whole of that community. You know, it is actually alarming, and it's very, very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate that a man who comes from the same village where the travel commando comes from is carrying his big head with no shame. You know, when he organized a meeting in the village, the travel commando failed to appear. He did not appear. That has pained him so much. So much. It has actually pained him. He wanted to lower the travel commando to his kind of reasoning, to his kind of thinking, to his kind of behavior. The travel commando did not appear. And he said he was very hungry. That he was very hungry like an eaten person. Those are the kind of people Marwa is dealing with. You know, you can imagine. You can imagine the kind of reasoning. Now, what do you think this man will actually put in this village that will change the face of this village? You know, what will he put to this community that will actually change the face of this community? This one who is fighting the travel command, the one who calls himself the savior of the village. You know, what has he put in the table? What is he doing to change the narrative in this community? You know, somebody who comes and say, when he was not in the village, we are at peace. We are actually doing well. You are doing well when you cannot even afford a pant. You know? You cannot even afford a pant. And that is what is actually paining him. That how comes Misondari can say that they could not afford a pant? Is it a lie? Is it a lie? You know? Is it a lie that the travel commando used to buy those things for your brothers? Were you buying those things for your brothers? You know, sometimes, people fear the truth. And the truth is always bitter. But whether you like it or not, we are going to be putting this on your face. Even you yourself who is talking, you could not afford it. And you went and worked, and who was paying you? The travel commando and the entire family. So please, you stop provoking people. Stop it. It is not right, and it's not going to help you. You are still a young man who has a future. You know? You're a young man of our age. You have a long way to go. But since you are stupid, you're proving yourself to be stupid, the world will teach you a lesson. The world will actually teach you a lesson. Money that you are soliciting from people, I can assure you, it is not going to keep on running forever. And you are not the first person to challenge the travel command. You are not the first. And we are going to see you just flowing like the river, and we shall never see you again. See, when the water from the river flows and it goes, you will never see that one again. Another one will come. So even you will disappear and you will keep quiet like never before. We are waiting to see. You know, who is the owner of that land of the travel commando? It's the travel commando. Did your family sold that land to the travel commando? Did he buy it cash? Are you demanding anything? So when you are selling that land to the travel command, you knew that that land was for the government. So if that land was for the government, the river and the rest was for the government, why did you sell it? Why did you sell that piece of land to the travel command? Why? It's just jealousness that is covering your eyes. You are now seeing how the man is transforming the place, and everywhere is just looking good. Now you try to camouflage yourself that actually the boys are not bathing. That is a very, very lame excuse, my brother. It is too lame for you to come and say that actually the boys are not bathing in the river. There is a big building. It is really too lame. It is unbecoming. I wish you could open your eyes. So you stop shaming yourself. Do you even know that you're shaming yourself to the world to see your madness, really? Please. You are better than that. You are actually better than that. You are better than that. Don't tell me you have gone to school to reason in that way. That because your brothers can no longer bathe in the river. These are not stories that I'm forging. You people, you have watched from the clip. That because my brothers cannot bathe in the river, I'm going to the authority, they need to break the wall fence, they need to put that building down. Did you contribute even a single coin? And are you not even ashamed of yourself even to talk? You know, you talk of a building that you cannot even raise an inch of it. Even that wall fence of the travel command, you'll work your entire life. And you'll not, if, you know, really, I pity you. Let's watch this clip, and then when I come back, we shall continue from there.
Don't tell the man, go back and scoop sand. This is where you get your daily needs from. Just go scoop sand. Because I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying to you. You deny us. You deny us scooping sand. And that's, let me tell you, if I can take you to that river, guys, the only place where you'll start getting sand is from the bridge going downwards towards him. You will not find sand from going upward. If you saw my previous video, you cannot find sand at the mwango's plot. Those sand are being flown up to there because that's where the deep is, the deep river is. You scoop sand from there. So when you tell us that we should not scoop sand, that's very wrong. If today I want to buy sand, it's about 7,000 Kenyan shillings or 8,000. That's when I just give an order, get me one tip of sand, 7,000 to 8,000. But when I go there, I scoop sand, I pay 3,000, then I get a tipper, it will bring it to me with 1,000. So I'll use a maximum of 5,000 or 4,000. Or even I can decide to get a tuk-tuk to bring the sand here. So when we're trying to cut the expenses, this guy wants to bring more expenses on us. At the same time, the people are saying that we are jealous.
It is actually laughable. It is really very, very laughable. What we are actually seeing as minor issues is actually what this man is taking as very, very serious issue. You know, before you start planning to build a house, before you start planning to build a house, first of all, know where you're going to get the raw materials from. You know where you're going to get it from. So if you are constructing and all your energy is looking at this river, that you're claiming is a river, that one look like is it not a stream really? It look like a stream. A river is quite big. This is just a stream that is passing. You know, that is not a river. You know, these are just smaller streams that probably goes to join a bigger river. Then you go to the lake. What is calling a river? Does he really know what is called a river even? That is a smaller stream, just, you know, a stream, very, very tiny. Even when it is dry season, water can actually go too low. Too low. It's what this man is calling a river. Do you really know what is called a river? Unless you need to first to search. You search for River Nile. River Nile here in Uganda. The longest river in Africa. Actually, it's the longest river in the whole world. That is when you understand with what is called a river. You know? That it's a river. It's a river. I hope you are understanding your points. Because actually, when the travel commando gets a serious lawyer, two or three good lawyers, my friend, you will take off the way you're saying you will take off. 3 good lawyers. Because actually, that is not a river. Is that really a river? The one passing at the travel commando zone. If that was a river, the travel commando wall fence would be down. A river? That is a stream. Probably a stream. I think it's a stream. The one they're calling it a river. A river, you go and bathe in the middle of it. You know? Is there a fish in that river? Fish. This normal fish. Are they even there? The way you see that water flowing. You know? This is just a tiny kind of thing where water is. That is not a river. Because actually, here in Uganda, we have a lot of rivers. You know? That is a stream that connects to a main river. It's what this young man... Actually, probably if you would have even called it maybe a swamp, kind of. You know? But this is a stream where water just goes. You know, sometimes when you think you are bright, you know, when you think you are bright, that is what happens. Because actually a river you cannot build like the way the travel commando has built. All of that home of the travel commando would be water, flood water only. You cannot even stay in that place. You know? But the man is talking. He has built in the river. We can no longer get sun from there. He's blocking us. Who told you to sell it? He's the owner and he knows what to do with the place. You also go and get from your area. You know? Go and get from there. You are just bitter. And by the you are getting confused. Now I'm starting to see that this guy is getting confused. You know? You try your best. I wish you luck. I wish you well. But if things start turning against you, let your family members not come to that family to cry. You forgive our son. You forgive our son. Yet actually right now, the provocation you are trying to do, they are opening their eyes and they are not warning you. You know? You have left all your area. You are coming to fight the travel commando at his space. That is the space of the travel commando. You know? You guys, you have blocked the road. He has left you guys. Now, since you have seen that what you wanted has failed to mature from the road, now you are following him at his home. Are you seeing this level of provocation? You failed to get whatever you wanted to get from the road. Now you are following him at his home. You know, I saw the fisherman moving around at the wall fence of the travel commando, touching it. This need to go down. This need to go down. This wall fence is actually at the river. It needs to go down. Your days will come and you lose appetite. You see, you can provoke a person, but time will actually reach. You know? The travel commando actually need to employ the real policemen in that area of his home. So whoever trespasses, then you will see from there. You know? Because he has tried to keep the peace. But these individuals don't understand. You know? There are some homes of the rich people. The villagers cannot even enter. But the tribal commander opened the gate for everybody to enter. Now because he has blocked them from accessing his home, they are turning against him. They are abusing him. They are talking all. For them, they wanted to have a leeway. So that they can go, enter, they come out. They go and eat, they come out. So now that one, they will be calling him is a good man. Because their children, they have now got where to eat. They go, enter, they eat, they go back. They go, enter, they eat. In that way, you will not be hearing anybody talking badly about the travel commander. Because their children would be eating from there. But now that none of them is eating from that home, they are talking. If the brothers of this stupid man who you have been seeing from that clip, if their brothers, his sisters, they were accessing the home of the travel commando, they are eating from there, then their work is to be cleaning the home of the travel commando. They're moving everywhere in the compound. They're eating those rabbits. They're eating everything. You will be not seeing anybody even talking about the travel commando. You will not be seeing. But you see, what the travel commando did, the travel commando actually showed them how to fish. Because he didn't want these individuals to be relying on him each and every day. But up to now, they are not yet contented. They still want to go and access that home of the travel command. They want to eat from, including that one who have been talking. He wants still to access that home so that he can eat from there. Why should you build a wall fence? Eh? You are blocking our brothers from bathing. You are blocking them from... You cannot even afford buying a trip of sand. You know? You cannot afford. And now you are saying that you have got a lawyer. You know, now you are taking him to court and the rest because he has built on the river. I'm like, this is a guy who cannot afford just one trip of sand. You know? And you are being deceived by the so-called the sponsors to fight the travel commando. You know? You want to pull him down. You want to go and destroy his home because you feel you are now so big. You have got the donors who are willing to finance to support you in the cause. My brother, you go slow. Go very, very slow. You are looking for a serious problem. A serious problem. You are looking for a very, very serious problem that you may not come out of it. It might not come on your favor. Be very, very careful. Be very, very careful. Even when you know you have nothing, you cannot buy a bag of cement. You are actually making a lot of noise. I just look at this guy and I feel like even crying. I feel like real crying. Because actually, you don't know what you're doing. May God help you to open your eyes. Because your eyes is blind, you cannot see. If the travel commando was fighting your family, you know, it was terrorizing you guys, I would agree with you. But now, you are trying to look for a fight because the guy has built the wall fence around the stream, and that is what you are trying to do. Where that house is right now, it was approved by the people from the authority. He has documentation for that house to be built there. He has proper documentation. And the government knows that that building is actually there. They know it. Don't you think you're the only person who knows that that building is there? The government knows and they approve it. If they didn't want that building to be there, they were going to deny him to build that house there. So don't you think you are so much wise? You are very, very wise to have that kind of thinking to pull that building. You are so evil. Very, very evil. Very, 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 very evil. And you'll not succeed. Me, I can even start laughing at you in advance. It might not move very well with you. I wish you knew the problem, the commotion you want to start creating for your own family. Because this fight, it is not going to be you. It is going to be you with your entire family. They will get involved. What you are looking at as very tiny is going to be so big. And the travel commando has a family of 500,000. And I don't think they will be willing to look at you the way you are. Please, go slow. Because you might try to look for things that you may not be in position to handle. These are my final words to you today. Think wisely before you act. When the fire starts boiling, those ones who claim that they are supporting you, they might end up leaving you. My friend, you can end up rotting in jail for nothing. We have a saying in our country here that buy a shoe that fits you. Buy a shoe that fits you. If you want to fight people, look for your level. The level of the travel commando is not your level. I say this in peace because we are tired of having a lot of drama in this community. But if you want confusion, the ball will come on your side. Please, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment. And please always come back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate your big support to this platform. I really want to say that, yes, let me reserve that for tomorrow. But I would really want to appreciate all of you for turning up to watch this video. And please, let's continue actually praying for the travel commando. Because I've now started seeing that there are individuals who are having very, very evil minds, who are actually trying to fight him for actually useless things. Useless things. They're trying to fight his dreams. That is what these individuals are doing. So please, keep on putting the travel commando in your prayers that all can actually go well. Because you can even see, even when you see have started the construction, they have decided to block the road so that materials cannot go to that construction site. But I can assure you that construction site is going to continue at all costs, at all means. These are just waves that at one point will stop. I would really want to appreciate all of you, for always coming back to watch my videos. And I really, really do appreciate. very, very special greetings to all my good moderators. And thank you so much for supporting this platform. And also, I would really want to send a very, very special greetings to all of you watching me from USA, UK, Canada, and all of you from the Caribbean. Not forgetting my good people here in Africa. Thank you, and thank you a million times. I really do appreciate your big support to this platform. And thank you so much. Let's meet again in our next video tomorrow. May God bless you and bless all of you abundantly. See you again when you see me.